Hello, and we have a lovely Windows install right here. And if you want to dual boot this system with archlinux, there are multiple ways you can do this. But in this video, I want to show you the easiest way or the simplest way you can do it. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you do find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like. The first thing we need to do is actually give space to our archlinux system. So let me go to disk management. And then the first way I want to show you is if you want to do it in the same drive. That is the easiest way to do it. So if you have a really big SSD or hard drive, whatever you're using which has Windows installed, I would encourage you to use that drive to dual boot, as it makes the process a bit simpler. So what I want to do is split a part of this. So I'm going to go to shrink volume, and then let's say I want 40 gigabytes, and 40 gigabytes is around 4960. There you go. That should be about 40 gigabytes. And if you are unsure, you can always use a calculator, which is pretty simple. Let's go to calculator and let's say 40 times 1024, and if you press enter, as you can see, 40,960. So just calculate how much you need, just hit shrink, and this should split out a part of your drive. There you go. As you can see, it is exactly 40 gigabytes. And do keep in mind, this is taking space from your C drive. So now our C drive is 79 gigabytes. Now once you have this done, I don't think I have to show you how to make a bootable USB and all that shenanigans of archlinux. I have made a lot of videos on how to install archlinux, and I think I showed multiple times how to do it. Let's get Ventoy and you should be good to go. And again, I'll just split a part of it, and then let me just close this, and we're going to boot into the ISO, and I'll show you from there. So there we go. Now once you are in this menu right here, make sure to disable your secure boot. If you cannot boot into this menu, make sure to do that, and then just press on the top option. And once you get in, the overall install process will be similar to the easiest method I showed in Hyprland and different types of install. Even in the ultimate guide where I showed the install script, this one will use that script. So if you are not interested in that, yeah, you can just watch something else. I will make a video on how to manually do it later, but I just want to show you the easy way out. So now once you are in this menu right here, first always do lsblk just to make sure that we have that free space available to us. So in here you can see it is 120 gigabytes disk, and we are not using all of it, so that should be great. So what we want to do now is do archinstall. Yeah, we will be using the script for it, as it makes things a lot easier and simpler. And for anyone who is getting into archlinux and you don't know like that much about Linux, then doing it manually may be a bit daunting. So this is a pretty good place to start. But again, stay subscribed if you want to see the manual method as well. Now once you are in this menu right here, first select your mirrors and repository, and I'll just blaze by this. So yeah, I won't explain it that much, but there are other videos that I did which you can watch for an in-depth explanation of what everything is. But for now, I'll just again, let's show this. First we select our region and repository. This is the important part, so pay attention right here. Yeah, pay attention. And in here we'll go to disk configuration, partitioning, and instead of selecting the top option, make sure you don't select this, because this will format everything on the drive. Go to the manual partitioning section. Now what we will be doing here, go in here and select the drive that you have installed or have your Windows installed on. Remember, we have free space on here. So if I click on this, as you can see, there is our free space which says free. So what we'll do, I don't want to use any swap for, you know what, I'll show you how to use a swap memory in case you do want it. So I'll just click on this, hit let's go 4 gigabytes. You know what, do 4 GB. This will be 4 gigabytes, and then we want it to be linuxhelp. There we go. Now we have a Linux swap. We'll go for the rest, will be in root. So let's press enter, hit ext4. I don't want to go with btrfs, and when it asks for mount point, make sure to press / which will be our root directory. So this will be our root. Now you may be wondering, we used up all our free space. Where is our boot partition? So this will be our boot partition. So the Windows boot, that the EFI partition that Windows uses, we will be using that for our archlinux boot partition. So just click on this and it will say assign a mount point. So I will just assign a mount point and do /boot on here. So if we do that, there you go. We have our boot partition, we have our Linux swap, and our root partition. And don't worry, this does work, and you don't need a separate EFI partition. And it sometimes can conflict with each other, and Windows sometimes does not detect properly. But when you have it on the same EFI partition, it just works. So then we'll just go confirm and exit, go back, and then the rest of the things again are pretty straightforward. For bootloader, osprober, change it to GRUB, as this makes the whole process a million times easier. So we'll go with GRUB, we'll do host name, just select your host name, I'll keep it as is. Then we'll go with root password, user, I'll make my user. There we go. Yeah, it will be a super user. Confirm. Profile, I'll just go with the minimal profile for now. Audio, we don't need audio. Kernels, I'll just keep but if you do want this LTS, just make sure to select this and press space. So I don't want it, I'll just close it now. Network configuration, I'll just do copy ISO network configuration to installation. I would recommend this if you are like on your home network and you have everything set up, but in case you're installing no more KDE, just select this option. Or if you are using network manager, make sure to use this one. So I'll just do copy ISO, but in additional packages, I would like to get network manager, as this kind of like messes with me every time I do want to. So there you go, network manager. Press tab to select and slash just type to search for it. So there you go, network manager. And also I want to get osprober, as this just again makes the whole process of finding the Windows like partition really easy. Although I did hear about it being a bit of a security concern, but hey, if you're using this as a home computer, I don't think there's much to be worried about. Anyway, but if you do know like if that's a great issue or not, just let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, we'll go with now we have osprober, and then I think that's about it. That's all we need for now. So I'll just press enter. So these are the two packages we're getting. Time zone, and change anything. So hit install. If you do want to, so if you do want to save configuration, yeah, you need external drive. I don't have another drive or anything to save it to, but there is a way to save it on your installed system itself, but I didn't prep for it. So you know what, I'll just install this and then hit yes to continue. And while this is installing, make sure to check out our shop and support this channel, as I do like to make Linux simpler for you guys. For anyone who is starting out, who does not know Linux pretty well, it's like we can learn together, as I do not claim to be an expert on these topics. But check out the shop if you do want cool desk mat, or maybe a simple t-shirt. You can get it on there. But if you don't want anything, you can always donate to the channel and support it in that way. It is really appreciated, and everything you guys buy from there, if you do buy anything, I will send a personal thank you message to all of you. So make sure to get one. Also use promo code resolved100 for the first 100 people will get 110% discount. Oh my god, I almost said 100% discount. Think about it. Wow. Maybe someday. But for now, you'll get a 10% discount if you just use the link in the description or in the pinned comment. I'll put it somewhere. Just make sure to look out for it. Now, let's get back to archlinux. So now, once you have used it, and once you see this menu right here, select yes, and we want to configure it before we boot into our system. So first thing I want to do is install nano. So let me just get that. So do -s nano. So there you go. We have nano now, and we have to edit the GRUB loader. So we can do nano /etc/default/GRUB, and in here again, since we are using osprober, make sure to uncomment this line right here, and we should be good to go. So after that, all we have to do is kind of just update our GRUB. So we have to do grub-mkconfig-o and then /boot/grub/grub.cfg. CFG. This is basically equivalent of the update GRUB command that basically runs this, and it's basically an alias for this command right here. So hit enter, and this should, again, you can see in here it says found Windows boot entry. So boot manager, so it did find it. So now we just have to do a quick reboot. So you can do exit. Also, it's a good idea to enable network manager. You can enable it. So you can do systemctl enable network manager. Hit enter, and there you go. Now we do exit, and we can do sudo. Now you can just do reboot now. And now once it reboots, okay, make sure at this point just hit escape, and so before you reboot on there, or while it's rebooting, make sure to unplug your USB. Or so now once you boot into the system, so now once you have rebooted onto your system, you should see a menu like this. As you can see, the top one is archlinux, and in the bottom it says Windows boot manager. So we have both of them. So first up, I want to boot into archlinux. So let's boot into it, and we can check if this is installed correctly. Then we can check if the Windows is still okay. So we can do tarzo. There you go. It is working. So you can quickly do an update. So that's syu. There you go. It is working. So we can do sudo reboot now and check if our Windows is still okay. So there you go. Now if I just do this, and it seems to be booting up. So let us see what happens. So there you go. Our Windows is okay and it also booted up. So there we have it, the easy way to dual boot Arch Linux with Windows. And if you did find this video helpful, then obviously leave a like on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do subscribe and get something from the shop to support this channel. And with that out of the way, comment down below what desktop environment you're using, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.